Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. Hope you're having a great day. In today's video, I want to share my top 5 fall perfume picks for fall 2024. Honestly, it was insanely hard for me to narrow this down to just 5 choices. And to be perfectly honest, I think I might do a part 2 next week. I could have probably easily put 20 fragrances into a video like this, but I really thought about it and narrowed it down to the fragrances that I tend to get the most compliments on and the fragrances that I just personally find myself gravitating towards time and time again, especially as we are heading into the fall. I'm someone who personally thrives during the fall and winter. I'm not much of a spring summer person, but there are definitely some fragrances for the spring and summer that, you know, lift my mood when it's like 100 degrees out. I'm miserable and sweating. But I tell you what, I am so excited for these warm, cozy, inviting, more comforting types of fragrances. And if you too are ready to maybe try something new, or maybe you just want to change up your perfume game a little bit, if you're in the market at all, I just honestly cannot recommend these 5 fragrances enough. I'll go ahead and list and link them all in the description box down below if you'd like to know where to purchase them, read up other people's reviews, stuff like that. Check that out. Now, when I am talking about these fragrances, I will have the formal fragrance notes running across the bottom of the screen here. And when I'm talking about the fragrances, I'm just mostly going to be talking about what I smell personally, because there are some notes that I don't actually smell in the perfumes that are fairly clearly listed. And this first one is going to be a great example of that. But yeah, I'll go ahead and have the notes running across the bottom of the screen, and then I will just be talking more about what I smell in these fragrances and just the overall vibe that I get when wearing these particular scents. All right, let's go ahead and dive into it. This first one here is what I would consider actually one of my top 3 favorite perfumes of all time. This is the 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods, and I fell in love with this several years ago, the first time I picked it up at Sephora, and since then I have repurchased it. So I went through my first bottle within, I would say, a year, and then repurchased it. I also purchased a travel size for my handbag. I just love the fragrance, right? So this one here has, it's definitely a really lovely, ambered vanilla. It's just, ooh, it's so sweet and seductive and beautiful. But there's rose and pear in here, which every time that I read through the fragrance notes, I think, but where? I mean, I think I can smell the pear. It's actually, I think, one of the best pears that I've ever smelled when it comes to perfumes. A lot of times I don't like pear in either home fragrance or in personal fragrance, but in this one, it just makes sense. It is so beautiful. But the focus here for me really is the base notes of that warm, creamy vanilla, the beautiful amber. There's a little bit of spiciness to this one. It's just beautiful, you guys. Every time that I wear this when I am out in public, people stop me and ask me, what is that and where can I get it? I get so many compliments on this one. Now, a couple of you have went ahead and you purchased this, and you mentioned that you smell I think a lot of people refer to it as a cigarette type of fragrance note. I don't think it's cigarette really. I feel like I could see maybe a little bit of a pipe smoke, like a sweet tobacco pipe. I could definitely see that, but cigarette I don't personally get. But this fragrance is incredibly sophisticated. It's warm, it's cozy, it's inviting, and for that reason alone, it is a fabulous fall and winter scent. But honestly, I do sport this one year round. I just love it too much to, put it away for the entire spring and summer, but I think this is the time of year where this one really shines. So if you've never checked it out, I just cannot say enough good things about it, to be perfectly honest. All right, this next suggestion is from Nest. Now, I was waffling between the Nest Black Tulip and the Nest Indigo. So you'll probably see the Black Tulip in next week's video, but this Nest Indigo, I've only ever had it in these like small roller balls, but you guys, it is absolutely lovely. Now this does have some floral components to it. It also smells a little fresh in a strange kind of way, but it also has some spiciness to it. It's a very sophisticated, more, I would say, evening appropriate date night floral type of scent. It is a stunner, you guys. And I would say if Nest didn't do away with Midnight Fleur, which by the way, I still have not forgiven them, but if they didn't do away with Midnight Fleur, I think I'd have a hard time picking between the Indigo and the Midnight Fleur, but since you can still get this one, I'll recommend this one. But oh man, you guys, beautiful, slightly fresh, like I said, sophisticated, stunning floral. Like if you want to feel like a fancy lady, this would be the Nest fragrance that I would tell you to check out. But also that Black Tulip, oh, she's a beaut. All right, next, let's move on to Commodity Milk. Now, this is such an amazing gourmand, you guys. If you like a warm, toasted marshmallow, this is your girl here. She is a stunner. Now this is quite sweet. I could see where some people might think this is a little bit cloying. So if you typically shy away from sweeter fragrances, I would say stay away from this one. But if you are ever near a Sephora, you need to go in, you need to walk over to the Commodity Fragrances and you need to smell this one. It is heavenly, and the lasting power of this one, you guys, it is through the roof. Like this lasts all day on my skin, and it really does almost reactivate whenever my body temperature rises. And because, you know, I'm dealing with hot flashes at this point in my life, it's happening somewhat frequently. Also, it's been hot this summer. I have worn this a couple times this summer, and even like later on in the day, if I apply this in the morning, I don't feel like I have to like re-up this one. It just keeps going and going and going. It's gorgeous, but I tell you what, if you like that toasted sweet touch of caramel, toasted marshmallow, you gotta try this one. Now pay attention, because there are several different versions of the Milk fragrance. This is the Milk Expressive. There's also the Bold, and then there's one more. I don't remember what that one is called. It comes in white packaging though, so it's the Milk Expressive that I'm like the biggest fan of. So, oh, this is one, you gotta be careful. You don't wanna douse yourself in this one. I feel like it can become overwhelming really quickly. Now, I have this little rule right now where I'm only really supposed to be purchasing travel sizes. And once I finish those, if I love the fragrance, absolutely, go back, get you a full-size bottle. I tried this on in store, and as I was walking around Sephora, I just fell in love with it more and more. And I just knew immediately with how it reacted with my personal body chemistry that this was one that I would immediately repurchase once I finished the travel size. So I just said, let's forget about the travel size. Let's just go in with the Big Mama Jama. This one is 3.4 ounces, and you guys, absolutely no regrets. No regrets at all on this one. It's another one, like I said, frequent compliments, but if you tend to shy away from really sweet fragrances, this is one that I would tell you to skip. All right, next we are going in with the most affordable suggestion, and it is Pacifica Silver Moon. Now, you're no longer going to find it in this style of packaging. This is what the new Pacifica perfume packaging looks like. It's 2 ounces now. Also, we finally get a lid. These original ones did not come with a lid, which I always thought was kind of strange. But, you know, it's Pacifica. I think they were trying to save on packaging. But anyway, you guys, this Silver Moon, oh, it's beautiful. This is one of those, again, warm, cozy, comforting vanillas. It's really more of what I would consider like a cashmere vanilla. There's a softness to this fragrance. It's not quite, I would say, as aggressive as maybe these first three, but oh my gosh, you guys, the overall just wear of this one, the projection that it gives me, I absolutely adore this fragrance. Now, I don't know if the formulation changed at all since they got into this new packaging. Obviously, I'll be needing a backup of this one because as you can see, I am definitely on the last third of this bottle, so it will be repurchased. There's no way I will be without this. But I'm very curious to try the new reformulation of the perfume and see if they tweaked anything. But if they didn't, I'm telling you, you have to try this one. Again, warm, cozy, cashmere. It feels like a warm hug. Like, this fragrance makes me want to stay home, curl up on the couch with both dogs and watch a movie or just listen to the rain outside. It's such a relaxing fragrance to me. And it's one actually that Craig has complimented me on the most. Listen, I wear perfume every single day, so this guy is probably overwhelmed with all of the different smells coming off of me. But that being said, there's a few perfumes in my collection where when he smells them on me, he's like, that's good. I really like that on you. And Silver Moon is definitely one of them. Another one happens to be the Vanilla Woods. So if you're looking for Craig approved, these two, apparently the dudes like them. So, all right. Last suggestion here. By the way, this one is available at Ulta, and it is, Pacifica is considered a drugstore brand at Ulta, so you can actually use the $3.50, or sometimes there'll be like a 5 off of 15 coupon. You can apply that to these, and when they increased the size and changed the packaging, this only went up. This was, I think these were originally $21, and I want to say this new size here is $29. So they gave you twice the amount without twice the price increase. So I don't know, this, you got to check it out. The next time that you're at Sephora, that you can also find this at Target, but you got to sniff it out. It is so, so good. And the last suggestion is from Skylar. Now, in terms of lasting power, I think that these first 4 are probably going to last the longest. Always make sure that you are moisturizing your skin prior to applying your fragrances. I do have a video that I did probably a year or 2 ago talking about how to get the most out of your perfumes. So if I can remember to link that down below, I will. This one here, Skylar fragrances are not known to be the longest lasting, but they do have some incredible scents, so I don't mind reapplying. And as you can see, this Vanilla Sky here is definitely on the last, I would say, like about third. So I'll need to purchase a backup of this one for sure. I will say the little metal part that holds the lid on came off when I first purchased this, so it's in here. I just have to be kind of careful to not lose this lid, but anyway, this fragrance, if you are looking for a sweet gourmand vanilla that has a cappuccino and like a touch of caramel to it, this smells edible, you guys. It is absolutely delicious. Oh, it's so good. I think it kind of reminds me a lot of Silver Moon. These two fragrances are quite similar in certain respects. I feel like they have the same type of vanilla at the base, which is, I think, the similarity between these two for the most part. But there is a true kind of cappuccino note to this one. There's a hint of caramel as well. It is insanely well done. And if you're looking for one of those more edible type of fragrances, this is going to be that for sure. It's one where, again, when I get like behind someone in line at the checkout, or if someone is standing right behind me, this is one where I frequently get asked, what are you wearing and where can I get it? So people love this scent. I feel like it's a very universal type of fragrance. It's not quite as sweet as the Commodity Milk, but it's definitely quite a sweet fragrance. So again, if you don't like sweet scents, this one's not gonna be for you, but I tell you what, I love it. It's so good. I would just douse myself with this one. Anyway, you guys, those are my top 5 suggestions for this video. I will definitely have to do a part 2. There's no way that I can't share the other 5 that I had in here to begin with. I just thought maybe just to make it a little bit easier for this video, we'll limit it to 5, but there's 5 more coming next week. So I want to know from you, what are the fragrances or perfumes or type of perfume notes that you really are gravitating towards as we start digging into the fall a little bit more? Let me know down below in the comments. And if there's any cruelty-free fragrances that you think I have to try, definitely let me know down below in the comments as well. I appreciate you guys being here. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.